There we go. It's working this time.
Yeah.
Very good. So what I was going to suggest you might want to do, did you try and go to Basecamp yet? You can do that via your email. So there was just an invite to go to Basecamp. So um, if you maybe write Dify Social in the search up the top, if you write Diffie, and it'll be one of the first emails to come from us. I see. So that second one down, you go on that one. And because you've been invited, actually, you know what? Sorry, what I'll go is see if I'll go to the invite to Basecamp email. So just go back again. Just go back one screen. Hey, Hannah.
Morning. How are you?
Going good. Yeah. So Liz is with us. We've all got our coffee. Did you? Oh, you got your water. So
I've got a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Liz. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Awesome. What I suggested we might do is, just so it doesn't put too much pressure on the Wi-Fi, is once we say our greetings, we'll turn our we'll now turn our cameras off, so that way we don't put too much pressure on. Does that sound okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
do I just press this button down?
It says
so you just click cam, so then we'll just be able to hear us. Yeah.
Turn cam off.
Yeah. Perfect.
There we go. And
helps speed it up a bit.
Yeah. All I was doing was here we are. I was just going to go through to get into Basecamp, Hannah. So we were just looking at your email. So if you want to go back to your email, and we'll get you into Basecamp. And so if you put Diffie and maybe Diffie and Basecamp in the one, so Diffie then space and then Basecamp. There we go. Yeah. Basically, just go enter. So there's one. There should be one there that just says you're invited. You're invited to join Basecamp. Basically,
Invitation.
There we go. That looks like it.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that might have been the audit.
Oh, actually, no, that was that was the calendar. Yep. So sorry, just type. Go back and do that search again. Even if you hit search once you go up the top. Yeah. So.
And if you click the magnifying glass.
Oh, it's the second one.
That
That's
one.
the one.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yep.
And you just use your Google account, so that should be fine.
There you go. Just click on that hyperlink. It's a hyperlink your project. So if you click up the top, yep, that one there, yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. And then you just click on the Dify Social setup and planning session checklist. If you scroll to it'll be at the top, won't it, Steve?
Yeah, true, right up the top. Just because I added that extra message from today because we weren't sure, but now we're all good. So we start at the top again. So yeah, really, this is just the overview that Hannah's had us open up here. So maybe realistically, we just talked through. Did you finish up? How'd you go with a landscape photo in the end that we might use, Liz? Did you have a chance to look at this?
Yeah, well, didn't we say about using the one that's on the top of the
website?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. No problem.
And I'm happy to go with that. That's fine.
Awesome. Yep, and you've got such a good selection to go with, so we're it's all going to be fine. We've created the same just square logo, the same as the website, so we're all good there. So that's all going to be good. The rest of it just becomes what Hannah will get you to open up. So we will just do the setup today. So Hannah will talk through this part, but what just so that Hannah knows, because we might not have done this recently, but I think I've put a little suggested password. If you scroll down to the bottom of this message thread, and then I'll just get you to copy that, and we're going to create a little notes area at the bottom, so that where you're going to be sort of pasting things back to. In fact, I did but it's an XS, not an S. So scroll a little bit further, and there, actually, it doesn't look like I did. So what I'll get you to do is we'll create a comment thread, which is just in the notes. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then hit add comment, and you could just write notes.
Okay.
And then the first note that we might that you might want to make is the password that we'll use on the things that have a shared password is very similar to what your project name is. So if we do a lowercase t, an uppercase G and S, and then today's date, which is 21/05/05. And then the shift above the 5 is the percentage. So if we use percentage, and then that's the password we'll use for Instagram and Twitter, and for the publishing scheduler that we use is basically the ones. And so I reckon the first thing you can open as a tab is the website, because we're going to be using things from the website. But then I'm happy, if you're happy, Hannah. Do you want to talk through the next 6 other social sites that will open?
Yeah. So will we
Awesome.
do the Dropbox now, Steve?
Oh, good point.
Or-
Yep, definitely we will. Yep. So, in fact,
do
you want me to share it from my end while
Yeah,
while you're
maybe.
doing the rest? Yeah, that's probably the best bet.
Okay, perfect. So the website, and then we'll get you to open up LinkedIn.
Okay.
So if you just search LinkedIn, you might be logged into your personal one. Well, that's okay. And then we'll get you to open up Facebook on the next tab to the right, Liz.
No, I'm just seeing if I'm logged in.
Can remember.
Oh, yeah. So your personal ones we don't need to know. So just yep. A lot of people have notebooks and that sort of stuff. Just make sure that you know how to log in, and often
To your LinkedIn.
Yeah, just for your other ones, LinkedIn's and different ones.
It's asking me. So do we need to do all this?
We do eventually, don't we, Steve? But
in terms of so if you're wanting to have a new pass, so what was that? So sorry, I took my eyes away when I was going to do the Dropbox. So when you've gone to sign in, is it asking you to create a new password?
Yeah, because it's probably that long since I've been on it, you see.
yeah.
Okay.
I'd rather, I mean, does the LinkedIn need to be in my personal name or in the business name?
No, we create separate, so they're separate. You have your own personal LinkedIn, and then we have a. So I reckon go sign in and just try that again, and then let's try forgot password. I wonder why it's sort of sending that to you. So I didn't see the step that happened. Could you just hit sign in again?
It sent me a 4-digit.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Yep. So why don't
it
yep.
is signing me into my personal one, I think.
Yeah, that's right. So you need to have a personal one so that you can be the admin of your actual page. So I would just pick a password that's nice and memorable for yourself, and maybe even using the same one as your Facebook, or something that you kind of know that you can pretty much remember. But as I said, I mean, nowadays we have so many passwords, don't we? In terms of
perfect. Okay, and then so now that we've got LinkedIn, the tab, we'll open up another tab and we'll open Facebook. Perfect. And then another tab to the right, and we'll open Instagram. And you can leave that for now, or you can log in. And then another tab to the right, we'll open Twitter.
Twitter we have to create, right?
Yeah, I don't have
Yep.
it. I don't have it.
So we just do sign up, but we'll come back to it.
Just leave it like that for now.
Yeah, that's fine. Will we open if this and that, Steve, or leave that for now?
I think we can leave that for now because technically, I'm sort of starting to think whether I actually use it now. We've got Publer. I think.
True.
Yeah,
okay.
So,
yeah, we'll leave that. So then we'll open Google My Business. So a new tab, and you just click. If it's going to come up, it's
I can have a look
under
here.
your face. There's there's 9 dots. And then if you click My Business, perfect. That'll take us there. You can click on the same. And then another tab with YouTube. We'll create an account on there. I don't think we have one there. And lastly,
I've got one under my personal name.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to use that though.
No.
Well, actually, if you look, there are some videos here already.
Yeah. So
doggy videos. Ignore these.
Yeah. So they'd be better off, as you said, anything related. So what we can do, and in fact, this is the best place to start, right, Hannah? So let's just click on your little face up on the top right, the profile on the top right-hand side, not the left-hand side. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. You can still do it from here. So the top right-hand side.
Over to perfect.
Yeah. And then under Location Australia, there's settings. If you just click on settings. There you go. And see where it says add or manage your channels.
Keep that.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. You can explain the next bit, I reckon, Hannah.
We'll create the Grooming Salon, the channel.
That one.
Yep, perfect. I think this is the question I was asking before. Are we going to go with the Grooming Salon or
Can we go the Grooming Salon and
doggy daycare?
That's exactly what I'd recommend. Effectively, that's what it is. So, I think if we do it that way, you know what? One thing I would recommend though, is don't use the ampersand and in here because it can sometimes just not good practice because often that ampersand and in URL links is actually stops things. So maybe just write the word and, I reckon. The Grooming Salon and doggy daycare. Yeah. It might sound strange, but yeah, it's best to do it that way.
No, that's fine. Whatever works.
Perfect.
Now, I don't think I told you last week, but I have actually got a promotional video that was done for me professionally a couple of years ago, advertising the Grooming Salon and the doggy daycare. So maybe that's one of the first videos I could put up there.
Absolutely.
It'd be perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's go and customize this here where it says customize channel.
Where am I looking? Are they?
The right. Yeah.
Yeah, this is all changed a little bit late recently. So you can just, if you can close that or click away from it. Yep.
Perfect.
And then up the top it says branding.
Yeah.
So this would be my logo.
Yes, that's right. So you can click upload.
Now the only thing is whether you've got the. I did share the Dropbox with you, Liz. Do you want to just check and see if you've? Because I did make a square version for you. Do you? Because you may not have a square version. So if you go to the Dropbox on your email, so you go to your email and you'll see there's an invitation. Gmail, is it?
The far left.
Oh, yeah.
It should be the most recent email.
This one.
There we go, Steve.
Yeah. Do you use Dropbox by any chance?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay, so you can just add that. That's perfect. Then you can add to Dropbox.
Just click that. Yeah.
Yep. That makes it a lot easier for us.
Okay.
And
So what you're saying that the logo's this one here?
I think it's up the top. I've got. I have a feeling that image is there. I have a feeling. Just check if I've put it in there, or it may be this.
So I just click it to open it.
Yeah, I hope so. Although I wonder if there's
21 images.
Oh, no, 21 is the 21 is the just the year. Sorry, I think it's down. It's the second from the bottom actually. So it's that's the one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So hang on. So how do I get that?
Do you have this synced to your desktop? Is that how you've got it? So in other words, if you go to your Finder or your folder, where you would normally go to find all your files and images and that sort of stuff, is that synced?
Oh yeah, Dropbox should be there. Yeah, it's there. Look, this one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There we go.
Perfect.
So
now
it's
that one there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So now what you should be able to do, if you go back to YouTube, you'll just go select image and you'll be able to go into your Dropbox and select it from there. So
there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
Great.
now I have a feeling you can try. I don't know that I've put it into the Dropbox yet. So can you? I didn't. Have you got the cover image that you're wanting to use? You got that image from the website? Do you need to? So do you know where to find that? And then we'll see if it's big enough for this.
Okay, I think it should be in Dropbox somewhere. Images.
Otherwise, I can try save it from the website, maybe.
Jeez. How do we get it up so I can see the pictures?
Yeah, it's that's true. So it's just the sizing that your view size, isn't it? So if you click on view at the top, and it'll ask you what size you want to see them in.
Oh, okay. Well,
so maybe tiles.
I also just was able to save it from your website.
Well, there's
there we go. You've got it.
Those are the bulldogs.
Yeah.
And then, because were we going for the bulldogs or the chihuahuas? There's the chihuahuas.
The other thing that I did think, just because it does help place you, but that on Google I saw there's one of the early photos was just the exterior of the premises, right, of the salon.
Yes.
I wonder if that's not the best image in the immediate, just while we're setting them up, so that people know this is a legitimate street side business. And once they know that, then we use the website type image. But I wonder if there's not benefits of using an exterior photo on all your social medias in the first place, so people then start to go, oh yeah, I know that place. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if
it's not in here.
It's not in here, but I did save it into our wherever the so that other. If you go back to our one, I did actually take a copy this morning. I just don't know if it's going to be big enough.
That one.
Yeah. So in images, if you click on images there, that's weird.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Resized.
Yeah, that resize. Yeah, go the resize copy. I have a feeling it's not going to be big enough for YouTube, but it's going to be big enough for everything else. So just try that, and then if it's not, I'll just resize it now so you can put it on. So if you go back to there, upload, and yeah, let's see how we go with that one.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to resize, and I'll give you a YouTube copy. Just bear with me 1 second. Hannah, what you could talk through is from a watermark, you could actually use the logo image as the watermark. So while I'm resizing this.
Yeah, no
Do
worries.
the logo.
Yeah, so that just appears at the bottom of your, the bottom of your videos when they play.
Like that.
Yeah, perfect. Might wait.
What you could do is go into the about area too if you want. As in, you know how it's got branding up the top. But anyway, I'm only going to be 2 seconds. I'm onto it
Yeah,
now.
you
So
go
it'll be
basic
just
info, Liz, if you want.
Okay.
We haven't decided that yet, Steve.
Yeah, okay. So let's go. Let's give me 2 seconds, and I'll come back with you. Just what was the size on that? If you've got the upload video, what's the size? Say it needs to be.
2048 by 1152.
1152 is the main one I need to know. I think 1152.
Absolutely tipping it down outside.
Yeah, Hannah was saying it.
Yeah, it was storming before.
Yeah, well, in the night it was storming.
Yeah.
My dog was going ballistic.
The dogs would be going crazy in the salon.
It's very strange that Melbourne would have the picture perfect weather today. It is beautiful down here, actually.
Oh God!
It's always the opposite.
Cold as well. It's freezing cold.
Exactly. It's just cold, today. That's the only thing. It is not cool, but it's fresh, but it's nice. Yeah. So now I've gone. If you go upload, you should see the new the white. There's a YT copy now as well. So the one next, and so the middle one,
Oh.
Just breach cancer,
Oh yeah, just one. That one.
Yeah. There you go. So what you might want to do is, because it only shows depending on what you're looking at it from, maybe grab that bottom corner so that you actually get the signage up above maybe. And so if you bring it in a little bit tighter, I mean, realistically, that in itself is actually, if you do that, you lose
annoying
a bit.
the YouTube ones.
I'd just leave it like that because let's face it, no one's
Can I
probably going to.
Can I not move that middle window then up?
Yeah, you could maybe play with it a little bit if you grab those corners so that you can try and get the at least where it says doggy daycare and but it is fiddly.
There's nothing.
Yeah, the honest reality is that other than
YouTube's
us,
very...
no one's probably going to look at it because usually they're going to see it. They're going to see it in the feed or whatever. Most people won't go to your landing page. So essentially, in terms of the different sizes, so maybe
that bit there was the first thing you see on devices, but I can't get this to move
unless you can bring drag one of the corners down to make it smaller.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, and then now move that main little bit over the grooming salon. You could do that.
That's probably
It's YouTube's really weird. It's showing you all the sizes from like TV and phone. And
I think
that middle box isn't going up high enough.
And the thing is, you're going to have your logo is going to be there anyway, so I wouldn't worry too much. I would sort of bring it. This is only your TV view sort of thing. So as you said, it makes sense to get a little bit. Maybe make sure that it says dog grooming and doggy daycare. Maybe that's the important part because that's what you've got it on. So that people then know that there's both, right? So if you maybe just to grab the corner, and then just bring it up a little bit so that you actually got the service there, like that. I think that's the best. That's your best option.
Like
done.
That's it. Awesome. Okay. So that's great. So then we're going to go basic info. There's stuff that this will actually be where we'll come back to. But what you could do to start with, Hannah, is if you just copy the URL for the channel so that you know that on the right-hand side.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Where am I putting that?
In Basecamp where we had notes. So that's all the way on the left. In that little green, the next one. Yep, perfect. You can just go enter.
Yep.
Will we go from the left now, Steve?
And no, what we might do next is actually get you and me on to the YouTube. So just add us as unit users. That's probably the best bet.
Why do I do that?
And so I think actually it's interesting because you can actually add your email in here as well. So you've got a public face. Is there a Grooming Salon email itself? Yeah. So that would be best to put it in there. And even that, because you're probably going to do it a few times today, you might just want to copy that so that we're using that correct email for different things. Does that get forwarded to your Gmail, or how have you got it set up?
Yeah, it goes to my Gmail.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, good. So yeah, just maybe put that into
Put that in
Basecamp
the
as well.
Basecamp notes.
What, my email address?
Yeah. Just because you're going to probably
it's because
be
we'll
copying.
use that as your sign in for all the accounts that you haven't currently got.
Yeah.
So that was YouTube, weren't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so yeah, as Hannah said, we'll come back and complete this once we've completed the other things. But if you can probably hit publish on that now up on the top right.
And that's now linked to my personal YouTube account, is it?
Yeah,
That's
so
correct.
that should actually just what it still thinks like it's doing what it needs to do. There you go, it's done that. So now you could probably actually close the other YouTubes to the left. So you keep this one open, but those other two YouTube channels that you've got open at the moment, because they're old.
Close them.
Yeah, and then here where it's got maybe go view channel on the right. It says view channel. Okay. And
that's worked out pretty well, that.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was thinking. And so
Yeah.
the top right-hand side, now if you click on your logo on the top right-hand side and just do the drop down, and again, just go to your settings underneath Australia, location Australia, the settings, yeah. And see, it's got channel managers, and then I'll let you talk the next part through, Hannah.
So you just click the add or remove managers, just down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Yep. And manage permissions. Make you sign in again.
Okay.
It's always a bit scary when that one happens. I have it with me at times with my icon. So yeah, what's this saying? So they might send you a little
just click yes. Oh, yeah.
Someone is trying to sign in.
Yeah.
So now what?
So sent a notification to your Apple iPhone. Click yes on the prompt on your phone. Do you have the phone? So if you go if you just go on the phone and click on that. Yep.
Oh yeah, and then the number. Yeah, that it was showing me. Yeah. That's a really good verification. That's better than other ones.
Yeah, it's good. It's good when we can do it. It's annoying when we can't, as you said. So now we should be good to manage permissions when you go in there. What you might when you scroll. So clearly, Liz, you're on here. So that would be using your Gmail, right? Which is the Liz one that we have as well. The Lisbon 70. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we know that's the email that we're using here. So then if you well, Hannah, we're going to. You've already got your cursor over it, so that's exactly the right spot.
So invite new users.
Okay,
so we add Steve. We'll choose role. You click the little.
Yeah, Steve
Steve.
Yeah, and then choose a role. Realistic. Yeah. See, Hannah's coming up, but whether Hannah will really have an ongoing role now, it's
up to you, Liz. You don't really
need to have Hannah on there. But yeah, as a manager, basically. So you're the primary owner.
Yeah, and then invite.
Yeah,
Mhm.
correct.
Great, and you can click done.
In fact, I hadn't thought that through today, Hannah. At least you can have it for the end of the week.
So now we click, that's all YouTube done now, isn't it, Steve, for now?
Yeah, maybe probably the best bet is just click back on the red icon in the middle. Go back to where you were just a second ago. Yeah, just click on act as, yep, that's it. Click on that one. And then go back to on the top right if you go your channel. So you click on the icon on the top right. Top right,
one?
next one over, where
With
your
your
logo
little
is.
logo.
Yep. And just go your channel, and then we will come back a little bit later and add links and things. So, but you can close the one on the left. So we'll just leave this one open for now. But yeah, now we're going to do something pretty similar on Google My Business. You know, we'll just maybe add that same photo. Actually, the photo's already on there, but just making sure that. So I wonder, because you do have the two, but clearly the doggy daycare was the original. I reckon that you
Grooming
might.
Salon's the original.
The grooming was
The grooming, sorry, yeah, the grooming was the. I reckon you might want to consider just doing the same thing and calling it the grooming salon and daycare. So call it the same
doggy
name as
daycare.
and the doggy daycare. So maybe let's go into that one, Liz.
This one.
Yeah.
Right.
Jeepers, look at your numbers.
Wow.
Do you have you done? I think on your website it talks about doing a little bit of SEO and.
Yeah, I've had SEO done on both the websites, but the Grooming Salon website's had a shed load of SEO done on it, which is why I'm getting these numbers. You see.
So that clearly that's why the numbers are good, right? So it is anything that has a local spot, you know, cafes and things like that. Similar, it's always much higher than professional services that don't have a bricks and mortar. But clearly those keywords and the searching. So to have 35,000 people each month. Sort of seeing you in some way on the map and that sort of thing is pretty exceptional. So maybe the first thing to do here, Hannah, is just on that left-hand side where it says users and do the same thing as YouTube.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know if we will be able to change the name. Do you know that, Steve? Users.
And so, you see, Elizabeth Watts. If you run your cursor over Elizabeth Watts, it'll show you what email that is. Just leave it hover over the top of your Elizabeth Watts. It'll tell you what that email address is.
No idea what that is.
Grooms. You don't have that email anymore.
I've never had that email.
Oh.
I'm wondering if this is something that the SEO people have done.
Maybe, because the Liz that we're on now is only a manager on this Google My Business. You're not even the primary owner.
Yeah, that email, that Gmail there, that's not even a real Gmail.
Oh.
Let's just go done for a second. I just want to see. So you haven't ever signed in on that using that email?
No, never.
Yeah, because if that's the case, as Hannah just said, you're only a manager, which is slightly unscrupulous if you've been set up by someone else to set you up only as the manager. You're the owner, right?
Yeah. Well, I set all this up myself. Nobody else set it up, but obviously the SEO people have been in it and played about with it, haven't they?
Yeah, it'd be difficult for them to do that. Just click on your little icon on the top right-hand side, Liz. It may be. See that one there?
Go.
There you go, that Liz Watts. What you need to do is sign in as Liz Watts, the one below, and change the status of so that you so Lisbon becomes the primary owner, not Liz Watts. So just click into that. Yeah.
Oh, that was easy.
So what I'll get you to do, go into users, and the first thing is just to change it so that you're the owner no matter what profile you're in. Oh, no, see, I don't think it did swap it, right? So just go down. So it looks like you're still in as Liz, because that's your icon on the right-hand side. Just go done again.
What am I doing here?
Sorry, yeah, just go done on the down below. Just go done because you're still in as the other Liz. So just click on your face on the top right again, the photo, yeah, and click on Liz Watts, the purple icon.
This one.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
I think we need to sign out of all.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. So now.
That's strange because now it's saying that this one doesn't have a Google My Business.
Yeah, it is.
Just find and manage your business. So type in
the Grooming Salon.
The Grooming Salon. There you go, and click on the one. Yeah.
It's already been claimed.
I think what you might want to do, just because this is one of those sort of issues that we do get from time to time, is somehow this has been set up. If you set them up, it may well have been just purely because at one point it asked you to create a. So let's go request access and see if there's any chance it gets sent and somehow that email, right? So listing owned. So what we want to do, so click on that top list, right? Up the top, yeah. And then what I might get you to do is copy that information, listing owners, and so that we've got that email so that we know what the
this one.
Yeah, so just copy that whole little bit of
paragraph
stuff and just paste it in so that if we have to speak to Google, then we will. But yeah, so just copy.
And put that in the Basecamp again, Liz, on the top, the back at the left. Perfect. Yeah.
Just give yourself a bit of space and just paste it in there. Yeah. So we know that that's what the owner is. So you're back to, where was it? Maybe if you run your cursor, request is the next one.
Yeah, the one on the right, to the right of the one that you're on now. Yep, that one.
So again, share your info. So scrolling up.
Hang on. So am I not filling this in?
Yeah, but it unchecked the top box when we copied it.
So check it again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What level would you like, owner?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can submit that.
Can I get you to just I will have a copy of this screen, but yeah, so that's okay. So you can just go okay on that. Essentially, we've got a copy because of the video. So I guess if I had to, we can use that. Yeah. Okay. So let's go sign in again. What you might want to do is sometimes there is some chance if you go to your Gmail now, and I don't know if you have. So just see if by any chance there's been a forwarder where it actually comes to you. Just try refreshing and just see if anything potentially. I don't know if how your folders normally work.
Probably that me one, wasn't it? No.
No. This is all work stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing to do with Google, right? So
no, not yet. No.
No. Just out of interest, in here, if you where the 9 dots are on the up above next to your picture there, yeah, go there. Actually, we could probably do it on a different box. So let's leave that for now because we don't need to play with your Gmail. But let's just let's at least update it on what you have on. So, and maybe even check to see whether it's the same for the other business too, whether that's also been set up. So firstly, we did the request and that it's come back to which one. So we'll leave this open for now. But we
I
only
don't understand why it's showing two different. See, I've got two tabs open.
Yeah.
And they're different ones.
And they're different ones, and I don't get it.
So the Grooming Salon and I know it's just because I think the tab is open a different spot potentially. Yeah. So let's leave this one open and close the one on the right. And then what's the other one here that we had open here? Is that okay? So let's go into the doggy daycare salon. Okay. Because again, those numbers, you can see those numbers are still pretty good, but what I want to see now is whether or not this is the same issue, right? So if you go into users on the left-hand side, so this is different. This one, you are the primary. So I think we do it here. So let's use this one, and then we might try and change the name slightly on this one, and we'll just treat it as well. This is the one where we're using both the daycare name as well as the salon, the grooming. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that concerns me about that though is that the other one is the one that's doing the most work. If you know what I mean.
Well, and it will continue to do so. And you can basically, the only thing that we won't be able to do is post updates to that one, right? So, but realistically, it seems to be from an SEO point of view doing all the things that it needs to do. What may well happen is that we'll just build this one up. It may well mean that this one will also start to deliver.
Yeah, well, that's fine because it's this one that needs building up anyway.
Yeah, so that's probably the thing. So let's try the add users here. Now, because you are the primary owner, you should be able to do that.
Okay.
Steve.
Yeah. And
manager.
Yeah. And just go invite there. And just go done, and I'll just go to my email and accept that. In fact, I need to do that for the other one as well. Where are we? Give me 1 second. And then, yeah, you can just go done once you've done that too.
Wow.
Yeah, that one's all done. So what Steve meant is when we schedule posts, we also post straight onto the Google My Business.
Yeah.
So they'd go to this one, not the other one that we can't get into. But
that's fine.
The other one's doing extremely well anyway.
Yeah. But that is an issue though. So I maybe need to speak to my SEO people because obviously I need to be the owner.
Yeah, you need to be the owner, 100%.
Correct. Well, the thing is as well, you've put that request in. I think that screen was saying, so essentially it's something that I would suggest that your SEO people would be aware of it because, as you said, it is doing well. It's just whether, maybe you'd ask them, is that something they set up? Or it's unusual because they'd have to change your status for that to be, and I doubt they would do that, right? So,
and it's because that email address, I don't even recognize it.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Because this one has the marketing people. Are they the SEO company?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know why the other one would then have this random email.
I'd suggest they seem to have access to both, I would imagine, given that they're both doing quite well. So my gut feel is that they've probably got access to both. So I've accepted that invite now, Liz. So what we might just do here, because yours has been set up and it's doing quite well, is just scroll down a little bit. It'll often tell us if there's anything left to sort of complete. So just scroll down. So the first thing, so it's 85%, but so it's got add logo, but often you've already probably added your logo. But let's just click on that add logo underneath 85%. Yeah, so your logo's I know your logo is showing a picture of you, so we wanted to swap that anyway. Remember, so put in the new logo. So scrolling up a little bit where it had a up the top. So you've got your
little pencil.
Yeah. So just go to the pencil. Yep. Perfect.
And we'll do that square logo again.
That one, won't it?
Yeah, perfect.
Can caption it too, Hannah, I think.
This one?
Yeah, so draw it out so that it actually fits in the square, and then just call it, put the name in full and then say logo after it. So that way it becomes a searchable image.
And maybe just move the square up a little bit, Liz. I don't know if you, so that it's there we go. That looks better in the middle. Yep.
Yeah.
And maybe call it the Grooming Salon and Doggy Daycare logo.
Then we can go set logo just in that left hand corner.
Great.
Right.
So I could change that cover to that new one, couldn't I?
Yeah, that one was it is where I kind of got it from, but I did just make it so that instead of, you probably don't need the YouTube size one, but yeah, all I did was make it a little bit more tight in terms of, so it didn't have so much car park, so that was all.
Yeah. Oh, it looks the same.
Exactly. There you go. Done.
Great.
And so then the other thing was on the home. I did there's one other thing. Just if you click on home up the top as well, on the top left.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just what I wanted for you to do. So firstly, we'll grab this URL up the top.
Yes.
Hannah. Yeah. So if you copy that URL, so we know which Google My Business we're going to use. Yeah, and so if you copy and paste that into Basecamp.
Yeah.
Did that paste in? Yeah.
And then what we might do, if you scroll down, you'll see it says View on Maps. If you scroll down where it says View on Maps, just click on that View on Maps. And see how on the left-hand side it says Share?
Oh, hang on.
Share, it's an icon. Yeah.
Yeah. Now what am I doing?
There you go. Just copy that link and paste that into Basecamp as well. That's the link you should have on your website so that people can find you and review you. Yeah. So you don't really need that. See how I was saying? Actually, the question mark gets used the same as the ampersand and. So you don't need the question mark and the share part, but the rest, it's got a is correct. So if you now go back, I do want, so that we know that this one becomes the more comprehensive one to a degree.
Hang on. Where's it gone? There we go.
Oh yeah, so close any additional. Oh yeah, this is the one. Yep. So let's go to info. And then see up the top where it's got the doggy daycare. This is what Hannah was saying. I'm not sure we'll be able to do, but let's have a go. So let's call it the full name and see if it lets us. And so we don't want the salon before you hit apply. Liz, do we need salon twice? So the grooming salon and doggy daycare. So let's just get rid of the salon at the end. I think usually it's it'll.
Yeah, that looks good.
So let's see if it'll. Yeah, so
Great.
So sometimes it can take a little bit of time for that to update, but it looks like it's going to, right? So so that's a positive.
The reason why I left this as the doggy daycare salon was so that it's keywords for searches.
Yeah.
So is that going to now drop down the keyword search?
Doggy daycare salon.
I don't think so.
Put the grooming salon in front of it.
That won't make any difference, I wouldn't have thought, without being an SEO. Effectively, at the moment, having duplicate, I think, has potential to confuse rather than from what I think you've got is the benefit of two sites that are performing well, and clearly it's the same address and that sort of stuff. But I think to have one that actually sort of combines the two, I think, is the most logical anyway.
I agree.
Yeah, so I certainly don't think just that simple name change is going to have any immediate effect on whether you get searched by less or more, basically.
Okay, all right.
So we've copied the map, we've copied the other things. We can and we've updated the logo and that side of things. So I think we probably don't need to do anything more on here now. I think that's all good, Hannah. So
yeah.
Let's step to the left.
So we'll go to Twitter. So we're making an account here. So do we want to use that in the grooming salon email? So info@ that we put in Basecamp. You can copy that one if you know it. And then we'll do the password as that one that we also put in Basecamp. The little T, you can copy that from there. Yeah. So just the part. Yeah, perfect. So the T. Yep. We did log in instead of, so click sign up for Twitter. It should use the same thing. So we'll call it the grooming salon and doggy daycare.
Yeah, I think you're going to have room to be able to do it all. Let's see. Yeah.
So I should really use the shop number, shouldn't I?
You could use that. Best to use. It said underneath it says use email instead. So just click on use email instead, and then you'll add your phone, which is best if it's so long as it's a mobile, basically. Yeah. Maybe just it always makes me nervous when I see the little blue strip. So just knock off the U, and so because when it does auto predict, you know what I mean. So see how it's got that blue strip. Just click back in there and get rid of the U and type it back in instead of having the auto select. Yeah, that's it, and then just click out. And I'm just going to go to the men's room, and I'll let you guys finish this little part. It's just it's so from a security. It helps if you know your birth date without so that others are unlikely to.
We'll go next at the top right. Perfect. Now, is that your Gmail email list? Can you get into that one? They have sent you a code.
I can get into it, yes. And it's not come through yet. Make sure it's not in promotions.
If you also want to save that password, you can click the save. That the login details.
It's not come through.
Might take a minute. We'll give it a minute. maybe refresh. Still not through.
No.
Check spam maybe is the other thing. Check spam folder.
I'm checking on my phone, so it's not in spam. It's not in promotions.
Maybe try that didn't receive email, and then we could perhaps try sending it to use phone instead.
Oh, put my number in.
That's the best. And you just get a text, and assuming you haven't had a Twitter before.
No. Oh, hold on. I'm putting my freaking phone number in now. Okay.
Was that the ding at your end?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, let's just copy and paste. Or did you already put that in? There it is. So
We actually did save it, so it'd already come up.
Yeah, so you'll be able to click on that one below that you've actually got in there. Yep. So the info. Yep.
Mm.
Just go save, so you know it's the right
And
one.
now we'll do that. The logo again.
Now what?
We skip that part for now, don't we, Sue? Yeah.
Yeah, this is we'll do that. That's right. We'll write that up. You can skip these ones. Yep. We'll do a little bit of this in the planning session. Is more what we kind of do for the who to follow and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You can go skip for now, even around notifications. Otherwise, you get them to your email.
Why is it taking me back to that?
Just copy and paste. Just go copy and paste that password back in. So just make sure we've got the right one. Just go back
on the base camp.
Hey.
Maybe we'll get the password from Basecamp again.
Just make sure it
make
picked
sure
the right
we got
password.
it right.
Just go forgot password again, and then hopefully we'll get it to the phone. Then, if that's the case, try forgot password. That's weird. The email. It's saying the email you entered. Instead of doing your email, do your phone. Because remember, you've not been able to confirm it on that email
we
yet.
did do the phone number. That should go in now.
Yeah. Yeah. So now you'll just be able to get another little confirmation.
Lots of verification now these days.
It's come through. Oh, what's it asking me? Oh, verify by the phone number. Oh, sorry. I wasn't reading it properly.
Yeah, no, I was the same. I was thinking it was going to send you another code.
What?
There you go. No, it's all right. But what we will do as the first thing is actually go into more, because Twitter can be testy. Let's just type in your email address again. So if you go, where you are there, and then go settings and privacy, yep. And then just go account information. The only thing is that I'll say, you got to put the password in again. So do the phone number one. It shouldn't matter really, but yeah. So that's the email. The problem with the email, it doesn't seem to want to. Just password again. It doesn't.
With the mobile.
Just use the mobile one.
Bloody hell, we're security conscious, aren't they?
So given the problem we had getting it sent through, if it is too problematic and you don't get it this time, then we might use your other one. So just go next, because I'm wondering if the forward is working. That's all.
What do you mean, the forward?
Isn't it a forwarder? Or when you go into your email, you know how you've got Lisbon and the two.
Yeah, it forwards to my Gmail. Yeah, so it might just be a time thing.
Yeah. So let's go back to your email. Oh, you're looking on your phone too, right? So
yeah, I'm looking at it on my phone. See if anything's coming through, but I can go on to emails and refresh it.
Because I'm pretty sure with Twitter, it's a bit like your phone, right? So you saw how quickly that came through. The email should be almost as quick.
Yeah, but because it's being forwarded through another server, that might be why it's. This is the Grooming Salon. So as you can see, there's nothing. Refresh that.
Yeah, I think maybe we put it to your Lisbon one, and then so we just change where we put it to, maybe, and we'll at least try and see if that works. Let's go. Didn't receive email, and then so click on that. Yeah, and just close it now. Close the box, and let's use your Lisbon email, eh? And then get rid of that little yeah. So what's this say? Email has
already been taken. I don't have a Twitter account. Maybe you do then.
Yeah, maybe you had in the past.
Maybe I did set one up, but I've never used it.
Yeah. So as you said, maybe let's go back, put info in there, but we just won't be able to verify it at the moment. I guess. Well, let's try one more time, and then see if it does send us that detail. But just click on it, and it just might be that we
About 5 o'clock tonight, I'll have about 10 verification codes.
Yeah, that's right. So true, and that could well happen. So for now, we know it's verified against your. We better make sure that you just type in the phone.
Whoa! It's just come. Oh, I've got. See, told you I've got 2 come through.
Great.
Yeah.
826 233. Let's see if that one works. There we go.
Woohoo!
Right.
All right. Now I'll let you have a little play with the profile to start with. So let's go edit profile. We want
something here, don't we?
Yeah. So you can actually, if you go edit profile, you'll be able to put in the same cover too. And Hannah, I'll let you talk this, and then I'll
This one.
No, not the YouTube one. We can use the one on the right.
The left, I think. Yeah, the left one's got less. The resized. Yep. It's me not marking them quite. It's slightly skinnier. Yeah, this one. So yeah, but I think that's probably the way to go.
Yeah, I think that's good.
That one, like that.
Yeah. Will we put in the location website? We'll put the website in, definitely. Yeah, you can do Brisbane.
So it's best probably to copy and paste the URL on the website just so you get your HTTPS sort of stuff, Liz.
But which one am I putting in though? Because remember, I've got 2 websites.
Well, the main website, is this one basically. I think is your But so primary. I know you got 2 websites. One's, well, I guess that's the question. Which one do you prefer? The way I sort of see it, if I'm looking at your building, it's the Grooming Salon that does daycare. So I would suggest that you probably use that website. Oh, there you go. Look, that's even added it in there now.
What? Why has it been blocked?
Click it continue to the site. So it'll still be there.
What? What on earth was that?
I'm not too sure.
You shouldn't have to sign into that.
Yeah.
You can exit that. Try the continue to the site again and go cancel.
Continue without, yeah. Effectively, that's your website, right?
Well, that's a bit scary. Why that's happening? This is a dangerous web page.
It is a bit scary. Just type it into the top of your. So as Hannah said, you basically go continue to this site on the bottom. We know it is your site, so assuming it's
Google's blocked it for some reason.
So if you could continue to the site again.
Yeah, it's not Google. It's your Norton security that you've got over the top of it.
So I close that and then I'll open it again.
I'd just type it in how you normally type it in. So the Grooming Salon, it would probably remember it, wouldn't it?
And then click the continue to the site again. And then continue without the isolation mode. Yeah, that should take us through.
So this is the doggy daycare one, Steve, and this is the one that isn't real. It's had some SEO done on it, but not a lot, and it's still on about page 5 or 6 of Google.
Yeah, so for now, why don't you, then we did say that to Hannah, and you've said that to me as well when we did the audit and stuff. Let's take people through to this one then.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because it's the daycare that we're trying to push.
So just copy that link up above and then paste it into Twitter.
And there should be a link. Oh. There was a link on here if you wanted to go
the other way. Certainly
the other way.
Yeah, I've always noticed it on the other one is kind of.
It says doggy daycare.
There's a link on the other one.
Yeah.
Here, but
is it in services? When you go click on services and you go to the actual.
For God's sake.
I'm going to, just out of interest, I'm going to actually.
Here we go.
Look at it.
Here's the link. It needs to be on that front page though, doesn't it?
Oh, it's down the bottom.
Yeah.
It's there on page 2.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd probably want to have it, as you said, so it's pretty easy for them to flip between either or. But yeah, essentially it's the same business. So if you're wanting to sort of promote one part greater than the other, I'd use the URL for the daycare in the first instance, and then and certainly from our perspective. And by the way, this is only on your computer. I've just tried it on mine, so yeah, it's certainly not coming up on mine. So that's a software thing for some reason. So I think often you have to just take it off the blockers.
I don't understand why it's doing that anyway. So, and we're putting that on. We're putting it on Twitter.
Yep. And you can put your location in, especially.
Should I go Brisbane or South Brisbane?
Yeah, you could do South Brisbane, I guess, because it's a physical.
I think you'd be, because I don't think it's going to, not going to, it doesn't sort of link it into any particular area. I would actually say Greenslopes, Brisbane, Queensland.
Well, we're virtually more Stones Corner. Google actually, we're right on the border of Stones Corner and Greenslope. So
it's the only thing from a consistency point of view, unless you're going to change it all on your websites, you probably want to keep it consistency on your socials.
I do need really to change it to Stones Corner because Google, in their wisdom, have classed me as Stones Corner.
Yeah, so do that Stones Corner, comma. We don't mind. This is where my analogy really comes into the fore. We don't mind where the social media wags the website dog. In your case, we're talking puppies. But yeah, realistically, as you said, if that's going to, you just make that little note and change the
any more in.
I just do QLD, maybe capital QRD or something. Oh yeah, no, you can't fit. Yeah, I would say maybe Stones Corner, Brisbane, QLD. I reckon. Because clearly, if you're local in Brisbane, you know that's South Brisbane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then let's have a look at this this bio, and if you go to your website, because usually this is the best part to sort of do your short bio. It gives us a little bit more room. See on the yeah. So I'm just looking at here where it says daily dog daycare for your loved pets while you're at work or at play.
Where's that?
It's actually on the home page of the. Oh, actually, no, it isn't. It's on the services page of. Uh, oh, it must be the services page on the salon one then. There. See that part there? If you copy that part, that will be a good start. And Hannah's an emoji whiz.
Definitely a dog.
Exactly. So you probably could. I reckon you'd put in maybe a few little. As a spacer, you'd want at least you maybe put in a couple of dogs at the front. And
how do I do that?
Yeah. So
right click. Emoji. And you can start typing, isn't that right, Steve?
I think, yeah, either that or scrolling, but does it, yeah, dog.
That one?
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. And then, yeah, let's click out of there now. Yep. And then space, give it so there's a space between the doggy's tail and the daily and then what we might do is put it, so after the at play, instead of having a full stop, give it a space and just put the mobile. So I was thinking we might do what you just did then is use the emoji and just use a phone in front of that. So right click and then emoji.
Click. And you can type mobile or phone.
Yeah, and the 1 second from
the second one.
Yeah, second from the left. Yeah, that's it. It'll look different on different things, but yeah. And then give yourself a bit of space. Yeah. Is there an extra little one too? So maybe get rid of the emoji.
Get rid of that one that you put of the old hand phone one. Yep.
Yeah. And then the other one is you probably, because the website's going to be below, what you could do is the emoji for email as well. So you could do a space and then email, or you could actually put I think that's probably the best. I think you've got room in Twitter to put the email. You may not be able to put it in Instagram, but here you will be. So
which one?
So did you? Yeah. So the email is one on the left, I think. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. And then type in that email. And probably what we'd say, because remember, this is a combination of the two. It's just pointing to the salon, pointing to the doggy daycare first. But what you could say is something about the grooming in front of the daily dog care. What you could say, so in front of daily dog care, you might say doggy grooming salon and daily dog care.
I could put professional.
Yeah.
Dog grooming.
Grooming, yeah.
And
yes. Oh, we've just made it.
Yeah, and probably there you don't need the capitals though. You probably have a lowercase d, and then similarly with the dog and the grooming, perhaps a lowercase d and g there as well.
You think? Oh,
yeah, just because when you mix title cases, it sort of looks. You've got it up above anyway in terms of. And I think, as Hannah said, given how much space are we still at? 3 characters.
3.
That we always clap our hands when that happens. So copy that and paste that into Basecamp.
To the notes again.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. And then we can go back to Twitter and
so it's 2 tabs over to the left.
We're in Twitter now, yeah. So click save.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, it's great.
Here we go. Awesome. It's so because you're more yellows, you could make the actual font as well, just in more. If you click on more on the left-hand side, and you go display. Yeah. And I think that's probably just go done. And then the other thing is just the naming. So see how we probably want to go back into, so instead of having grooming doggy, we probably want to call it something else. So what we might see is what's available around, say, doggy daycare. You know, if that's the main thing.
So we're talking about your username, Liz. So it's the @groomingdoggy. We could change that to, yeah.
So let's go. I think it's in more, Hannah. If you go into more and then it's settings and privacy again, and you're just going to have to do the password confirmation. But
so account information, isn't it?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
up
there
the
we
top.
go. Username.
Salon daycare.
Yeah, let's see what can. I think grooming. Let's see. What about? I imagine doggy underscore daycare is probably taken, but just maybe try that. See if that fits.
I'll keep that bit.
That's okay. Doggy and then underscore daycare. No, that's taken.
Is it only 2 words?
You can only. This is for the URL, so it has to be continuous and it has to be 15 characters maximum.
What about dog daycare rather than doggy?
See what about if you go put the in front of, get rid of the underscore and write the doggy daycare.
V for Victor.
No, the as in the. So in front of doggy.
Oh.
The doggy daycare.
Gone.
I click at the back of it, so just double check it.
What about this one?
What is it saying?
Grooming daycare.
Yeah, click it in and then see what and then click it in because clearly it's available. So it gives us something to work around. Grooming daycare. Although even that's saying.
Maybe you have to click like out of the typing part. You know, we sometimes do that. If you just click on the white area or something.
So click back into username.
No.
And then go back a space, take out the E, see if that's okay. So then it comes again.
Oh. That one's available. Is that no good now?
Yeah, what happens if you put dog in front of it? Dog salon.
And then daycare.
And daycare instead of doggy.
Change doggy to daycare. Dog salon daycare.
Dog.
That's available.
What about if we go dog salon and just split the daycare so that sort of put an underscore between the salon and the daycare? What do you think? I know. I was thinking between.
Sorry.
That's all right. Go dog salon and then go underscore daycare.
So we can't have the underscore, but we can have it without the underscore. So maybe we go with that because that's probably our best bet. What do you think? And maybe what you could do then to help us, because I think it may maintain the characters, you could put it in title case. So the D and the S and the second D for daycare.
What bearing is this going to have?
It's just your URL that it's just your full name's still going to be shown. It just means you're searchable for both. It's just for your links. That's all.
Your Twitter link.
It's just so it creates a URL link that's the best you can get, really.
So we can save that one if you're happy with it.
Yeah, if you think that's good enough.
I think that's the best that we can get that's available for you. So I reckon that's the way to go. Yep. Because as I said, it's just getting so that you're already, the name is in full up the top as your actual name, but then your username just becomes that @ So if you click back on profile, and then what you can do is just copy that URL up above.
This one?
Yeah.
Put it in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. I think we're done on Twitter. That looks great.
Yep.
Now we'll go to Instagram, Liz.
Okay, so I've got an Instagram account.
Yeah. So we're just going to we'll do the brand alignment. So change the your logo. So you can click. Go not now.
I've actually got 2. Where's the other one? It's that one. I haven't. Where's the name of?
Now that looks like a different one. You've got that Instagram called the Grooming Salon, don't you?
Yeah. Where am I on it?
No.
I think you're on this one called William and Henry.
Yeah, so, I'm trying to switch.
Yeah, so just type in, go up the top, and do you know
type in your username?
What's the username for the other one?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
So click back on your little circle picture on the right.
This one.
Yeah. And we'll log out and go switch accounts. And then start typing in the phone number username part what the username is. So, do you know the username?
It's not letting me. It's not letting me do anything.
You just start typing. It does this to me all the time. So if you start typing, there we go. See, it starts changing it. It's a bit annoying. So the underscore grooming.
I think they're both under the same name. There's 2 accounts under the same name, I'm sure.
I'm just going to look at. I'll go back to the audit and the one you did, Hannah. That's probably the best bet.
Yeah, I've got it. It's the underscore grooming underscore salon. That's your username.
What's it called? Sorry.
It's called the underscore grooming underscore salon. And it's got the picture of you and the dog. Do you think you know the password to it?
Yeah, that won't be the password, Liz. So you'll need to get rid of that username or that password.
Oh, here we go.
No, it is the password. You've used the same for both, so that's okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's what I thought. It was. I've got 2 accounts under one name, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. We won't have that confusion anymore in the future. What we'll do is we'll Hannah, I'll get you to start zhuzhing.
Yeah, so we'll click on the little picture of you.
Where am I going? Sorry.
On the top right.
Yeah.
You and the dog. We'll click you. Yep. Click profile. Or we could have done settings. Edit profile. So we can change your profile picture to the logo. It keeps the brand alignment. The square one.
Just after my experience yesterday, Hannah, I think we'll save things as we go. That looks like it saved that part. But I'm thinking, I had one yesterday where, it does the auto select, and I didn't realize up the top we went to change the name, and once you've changed the name once, you can't then change it again for 14 days. So let's do the name and then submit, and then let's work down the page. So
we'll do the grooming salon and doggy daycare. And then Steve was saying click submit so we don't lose it at the bottom.
Yeah, done that.
And that should just, automatically save. Yep. So now we'll change the username. Will we save or keep that one?
Did it change?
It hasn't.
Yes, I wonder whether that was because that was too long. Was there a little warning that showed up on the left when you did that?
No.
Just go refresh again. Up the top, maybe.
No, and that's still greyed out.
What's still greyed out?
The submit button.
Oh yeah, so just go on the top, up the top. So at least it's done. So let's just the reason it's grayed out at the moment because there's nothing to submit because we haven't changed it. So let's try again. But I have a feeling it could be a character. I'm just going to keep an eye on the left-hand side to see. Often it'll say you're using. So just type in and My guess is that that's probably too long, but try submit again, and just on the bottom left-hand side, see if it tells us anything that's wrong with that. On the left,
enter a name under 30 characters.
Yeah. So let's try using the ampersand because just try using the ampersand and see if that. Well, we could probably count the 3.
What have I put? And dog daycare. How many characters have I got? Does it include spaces?
Yeah, spaces are a character.
Yeah. You know what? You've called the other thing. I'm sorry, on your logo, it's called the Doggy Daycare Salon. So why don't we call it that?
This might just work. Let me try it. I must be just 1 or 2 over.
What about do dog daycare and dog daycare?
I think that you want your consistency of branding, though, as you said, Hannah. So I reckon the Doggy Daycare Salon will fit in, and that then matches with your logo and your website.
So keep it as that, a Doggy Daycare Salon.
Try and submit that and see if that will fit.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. And now let's with your username. See how it's the Grooming Salon. So you probably we could probably just make that. You don't need those underscores. So I reckon here we're not limited in the same way as we were with Twitter. There is an argument that it's good to leave them the same so that your Twitter and your other one marry up. So that they know that whether you're on Twitter or on, and also we used to use a thing where we'd post from Instagram, and if you've got a different Instagram URL to your @ symbol on Twitter, then it doesn't go to the same, if it's not searchable in the same way. So I think my recommendation to you would be to actually
use the Twitter one.
Yeah, just out of interest, Liz, on the website how you've got actually on the Doggy Daycare you don't actually have the Instagram URL at the moment, so it doesn't matter anyway.
No.
Okay. So maybe we do. We actually do it so you use the fullest. So this is where you could say. You could actually just write in its full entirety. You could actually just call it the Doggy Daycare Salon, all one word. Yeah. So and that's what the URL will become. So you could just hit submit down below again.
Yeah.
And that was okay, wasn't it? And then now you probably want to you wanted to update. Yeah, sorry, Hannah, I'll stand down for a second.
Oh no, you keep. I don't mind, Steve. Yes, so we'll do the Doggy Daycare website. Maybe not the services yet.
I'm going to go to home. Oh,
I didn't
well,
think
it
that was
just
going to
press
happen.
click second then, didn't it?
And will we change this bio while we're here, Steve?
Yeah, let's use the same. Let's use a version of the bio. Try copying and pasting just without the email in the first instance, Liz.
Well, we've got it in the
in Basecamp. Yeah.
You can grab it from there. Might be easier.
With or without the emojis?
But yeah,
with
keep
emojis.
the emojis. Yeah.
Yep.
So all of it?
Just no email.
With no email.
Just because I don't think I think that'll be too many characters for Instagram.
Oh, let's just take that emoji.
Just try submitting that first. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Hannah.
No, that's you're good, Steve.
That worked.
I think you might be able to fit the email, Steve.
Yeah, give it a go. We just wanted to make sure that's safe first, but yeah, have it go.
No.
Oh, damn. Okay. So we'll have to get rid of that.
So that's okay. So yeah, it didn't save it anyway, so that's all right. So, but it did save this one already.
Oh yeah.
And that's the right email as well. Yeah. So, sorry, that's the right phone number, I should say.
No, no, that's my personal one.
This stuff is this stuff is the personal information, so it doesn't matter too much. Just so you know, so that no one can see that part below where it says personal. So where it says personal information, everything below it's personal, basically. So you don't necessarily need to change that.
So leave it as my.
Yeah, so you can leave that as your number. Yeah. Maybe just hit submit just to so that's all then good.
Yeah, that's all saved.
And then the finishing touch, Hannah, is if we just click back on the logo and then copy the URL and put it into Basecamp as well.
So go on the top right, Liz. We'll just click on your little circle again.
Yeah.
Profile. Great. And then you just copy the link to your Instagram and we'll put it in Basecamp again.
Hey.
Beautiful. I love the bio. Okay, so that one's all done now. So then we go to Facebook. Up to. And we'll go on the Facebook page. So is it you with the dog, the grooming salon?
Oh my goodness.
Just go leave, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so
we'll do the little square logo again. Or you can do the cover photo, either or. Upload photo. We'll make sure that we use.
See that little description. You could put the bio that you've done for Twitter in there, because it will create a post.
Basecamp again. Yeah.
This one here.
And include the email this time. Yep. Got that.
It's just to make it bigger. Okay.
Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah. Great. That'll have done a new post. So we can do that cover photo, upload photo this time. Yep.
The resized one?
The left one. The one on the left. Yeah, just the
that one?
Yeah. That YouTube one's pretty massive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it let you drag it up and down?
Include the top. Yeah.
You probably don't need too much blue sky, but Yeah, just enough that I think that, that's about.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah. And you save changes at the top right.
And that will have created the post, Liz. So just if you scroll down, see if that post is there. So if you maybe do a refresh of this page. So that's the post that it created for the profile, but it's not showing the cover. So just refresh and it'll show the cover as well. And then what we can do, see how it's got the 3 dots on the right? And you can just go edit and go, and then you can paste again.
What?
Paste what you just did, which is the same sort of Twitter information, but because we're not, we've got space. So what you could do is knock down the phone number. So in other words, put a full stop after work and play. Oh yeah, so keep them all in there. But we're actually gonna write your phone number, your email, and your street address.
Oh, what I've just taken out.
So just take it all out and then repaste it. That's probably the easiest.
Because we're actually going to we'll add 3 hashtags as well, at least 2.
Yeah, because when I post in Facebook, it posts in Instagram as well.
Oh, okay. So paste it, the same thing. You've got that pasted, copied already.
Okay. Right, okay. And then what am I doing?
So put your cursor between play and the mobile emoji. And then click enter. And we're just going to bring it down.
Yeah.
Even one more, Steve, do you think?
Yeah.
One more. Yeah, perfect.
And then just maybe did you put a full stop after play, Liz?
Oh, we didn't do that.
Yeah. Because then what the heck?
I don't know what that was. Anyway.
And then what you could do is in front of the actual fact, you could, in front of the phone, you could just say contact us. And you just say bye. And because you've already got a phone, you don't really need to say phone and you don't really need to say email. So you could just say contact us. And then after the email, you could put a little, it's the Meridian Globe for internet.
So what's that?
So just have a space after the AU.
Yeah.
And then just click on the little emoji thing there. Yeah. And I think if you scroll maybe if you hit on the light bulb or thereabouts on the at the bottom, and I'm not sure if it's up or down from here, but just scroll up a little bit. It may be down actually.
Down, I think.
What am I looking for? That globe.
We'll tell you when we see it.
It's a Meridian globe. It's got the sort of that's the internet symbol basically. So maybe around here.
Oh yeah. That one there, isn't it, Steve?
Which
blue?
Blue, yeah, there it is, next to the cross, the red cross.
The red cross to the left of where your mouse is. Yeah, that's the internet.
And then put a space after that, and then copy and paste your. I would, maybe copy and paste it for the salon, and then although I know it's
Which one am I doing?
You're going to do the grooming,
the doggy daycare,
doggy daycare one, right?
That's where we want everyone to go.
This one.
Not Google, doing your website.
Maybe we've been typing it in the whole time.
It's, the one that where Norton, it's on the right-hand side there. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I've got it.
That's it. Where Norton's been blocking you, but it's okay this time. So. Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. You maybe because this will actually create a post, I think you just hit enter. It won't actually look like this anyway. Just to make sure it does run properly, just bring the Meridian globe back up a line so that it won't create an unusual space otherwise, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Contact us. And then do you have walk-ins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not for grooming, no. Only for like nails. I mean, like not even daycare. You need to know who they are.
But I think if you were then to actually then the next emoji, if we did like an office emoji or a salon emoji,
it's probably only a house, isn't there?
Yeah, just do a house. Yeah, or the.
That's normally at the beach umbrella, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, scrolling down just a little bit. It probably something.
There, here they can you see the houses?
Yeah,
all
that
here?
one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just write the street address. And I'll put that information at the end of just about every post, just so you know. But it'll just have variations depending on what website page I'm wanting them to go to and look out and find out more. But it'll be variations of this contact us detail.
Okay.
Yeah. So I reckon
probably copy all that.
I reckon because
all of it, or just the contact information.
Yeah, just before I maybe put Brisbane before Queensland as well. Yeah, and your space, and then underneath also do another enter, and let's give you a couple of hashtags as well. So you've got hashtag doggy daycare space.
That one.
Yep, and then space hashtag doggy grooming or dog grooming. Doggy
grooming.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got. You need to keep them the one word, Liz. When it's a hashtag, yeah. And one more.
I reckon you go with the actual business, which is Doggy Daycare Salon. So then and this one won't have many searching on it, but it's basically just something
your business.
It's something you can own, really. That's all. So now, as Hannah was saying, it'd be great if you just copy all that, and then hit save after you've pasted
all of it.
Yeah, copy all from the top down, yeah, and put it in.
Oh.
Okay.
Save. No.
And you probably don't need to add a message button on that one.
No.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Great. So that's the look and feel. Okay, what call to action button do you have at the moment up the top, Liz? Yes, see offers. I wonder if the more often the better one is just to learn more, or even contact us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then which website we're putting in?
Yeah. So the one you've got open on the far right, I think, so it's probably the best bet. That's it. And I think the rest of it, let's go on to settings on the left-hand side now. Scrolling down and just go settings there. I'll get you, actually, in fact, what might be easier to find me first, but just go page roles. So actually, Liz, let's connect first. So if you go search Facebook up the top, can I get you just to go in that search on the left-hand side and write Stephen G. Hubbard on the left-hand side? And
in
then
the
you
search
and I
Facebook? Yeah.
And then Stephen.
Oh, Stephen Hubbard.
Stephen G, which is my professional Stephen. Hubbard.
There we go.
Click on that one. Yeah, there you go. And there he is there. Can I get you, if we can connect,
click the little add. Yeah.
And then you'll always know you're talking to the right Steve Hubbard. And so I've got a friend connect. I'll just say, of course. Yeah. And there you go. So I've confirmed that. And now if we go, maybe if you even do that, the arrow back, Hannah, and then we can probably get back into settings on Facebook page. Yeah. And see on the left-hand side, there's page roles.
Yeah, sign a new.
Yeah.
And sign, or you can even do it in that bit down here.
Yeah, just go there. And so you just go Stephen G. I should come up for you. There we go. Click on that fella. Oh, click on the fella.
There he is. Oh.
It's all right, my fingers aren't working. There we go.
Yeah, that one there. And if you can give me admin on that, Liz. Yeah. If you
maybe click cancel.
Just go cancel, and if you just do admin, just so that initially, just so I can get you on Publer and that sort of stuff on the top. Yeah. And then go add. And then you just need to do your. This often gets people as because they don't type in their password for Facebook very often.
I don't see if that works.
Oh.
Just cancel the. Don't save that one yet.
Oh, I'm running out of ideas. No. Oh, that one worked.
Oh no.
You actually might get to the. Have you not made a note anywhere for yourself? Maybe.
I tend to use all the same passwords. I'm really naughty.
Just maybe go never on the top, so you stop getting that sort of saving up on the top. But then maybe you could. The only question is whether it's linked to you, but whether you go forgot password and then put in a password that you think it was.
I did redo my password on Facebook not that long ago because
that's a recent one.
Yeah, Google was telling me that there was a problem, but it's not that one.
Unless you do the forgotten your password.
Yeah, that's right. I was just trying to
send it to your phone is probably best if you've got it.
Oh. There we go. What? There's only 5 characters there. Oh. The wrong number. Okay.
Now put in the same one as you did for the other one and what you thought it was going to be. And then you'll know for LinkedIn and for Facebook you've got the same password maybe.
Oh, okay. So the password that's on this thing.
No, when you first filled in you tried to get your password right and you got it wrong. Maybe do that one, whatever you thought it was.
Yeah.
And maybe on your little diary or notepad, just make a little, stay logged in, and that way it'll be fine when you go on your phone and stuff as well. Make a little note for yourself on those one, Liz, so that you're not, even if you wanted in the notes, if you wanted to have a little clue for yourself to remind you what that was. But anyway, you know that if you can do forgot password, and that's the way that you can always get back in anyway. So that's all good. So let's try again to add me down on the settings. So if you go settings again on the left-hand side, I have a feeling we'll need to just find page roles again on the left under badges.
Oh, yeah.
And I doubt, just scroll down just to check whether I did get added already. I doubt it did, but yeah, no. So there we go. So that's what we've got at the moment. So scrolling up. There we go. Then go Stephen. If you can.
What? Why has he done that? I've just put the same number, the same password in.
The one that we've just changed it
The
to.
one that I've just changed it to.
Unless we refresh Facebook, maybe. Do you think, Steve?
I think so. Maybe it's very yeah. So I think you only have one Facebook, right? One Facebook profile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure my cat locks is not on. No.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes that can be. That's true.
Right, well, I don't know why it's doing that because I just put the password in that I've reset it to.
Just go cancel. As you said, it doesn't like. So what we might have to do is go click on Liz up above on the top left. Yeah. And actual fact, what I might suggest, Liz, on the right hand side where you've got the drop down arrow.
The top right, just
top
along.
Right,
yeah.
See how it's got settings and privacy, and go settings up the top. And so clearly, so it's associated with your Lisbon Gmail, so that's all good. What we might do this time, instead of using the phone, because it is going to your Gmail, maybe what we do is we just try it again, but do forgot password and get it sent to your Gmail rather than to your phone.
Right. Okay.
Let's try that. So if we go back to actually, you see how it's got no, sorry, was it? Yeah, so let's go. Yeah, I reckon what we do. Sorry to do this to you, but I think we go. So I'll go back to where you were, settings and privacy, and they'll do security and password. I think, or security and logins. I think it was saying. So go settings up the top, and then on the left hand under general, it's got security and login. Right. See how it's got. Yes, it will only. So. So let's go edit change password.
This one.
Over on the so current. So type in what you think it is. And type in what you think it is. Maybe keep it the same. Or the only thing might be that, do you use any variation at all? So it might tell you can't use exactly the same password. But what it's most likely to do is tell you that your current password is wrong if it doesn't think it's right.
Yeah, it's telling me it's wrong.
So go underneath. So we'll do it from here this time. Go forgotten your password underneath. Yeah. And this time send it to your Gmail. Yeah. And hopefully that'll come through to the phone.
Yeah. Oh, it's gone really dark here. It's in pitch black near enough.
It is, I know.
Still gorgeous here.
Right. Choose a new password. So I'm going to put the same one in again.
Okay. I'm going to take your screen share off for a second while you do that. So we don't need to know your password.
The only thing I can think is that maybe I've put it in wrong.
Yeah. As you said, with cap locks and things like that can happen. The other thing when we're copying and pasting, sometimes there's an extra space that we didn't know that we've done it. That can also be the other thing that happens. Can I just get you to go back to Whereby again and share your screen again, if that's okay? Did that get you in, by the way?
Yeah, I've changed the password, yeah. So now I need to go to...
Yeah, so I get you to go back to Whereby, and just at the moment, I took your screen share off so that your password wasn't showing. That's all.
So if you go to one of the left tabs, it was one in the far left, back to where we're talking.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, go share
your
screen
screen again. We can't see what you're doing anymore.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Perfect.
Awesome.
So we'll go back to Facebook.
There we go. Okay, so let's try this again. Right.
Now, you're not to hit your computer if it doesn't work. Yay!
Oh,
and
yay.
now you can, instead of calling it Stephen G. Hubbard, though, but yeah, you can save it. It'll come up as Stephen G. Hubbard, didn't you? But anyway, we've got me on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I better accept it. That's what I'd better do. Hang on, give me 1 second. What you could do next, Hannah, is if you go to Instagram, we'll just check that Instagram connection.
Oh, yeah.
No,
so back onto Facebook.
Yeah.
And if you scroll down on the left and we click Instagram. Yep. Just making sure it's connected. Scroll down a little bit.
Yeah, it looks all
good. Yeah,
good.
that looks good.
Maybe just sync information by the looks, because it's probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Save, continue.
I'll make a selection. Which one? The Facebook one?
We'll select the correct phone number. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Maybe the Facebook one.
Yeah, because that's got a 0 in front.
Yeah. Sync info.
Yeah. Okay.
And it looks like it's done as a professional account already. You said you'd already been able to post from Facebook and Instagram if you chose to do it on Business Suite. So scroll up the top there for us, Liz. Managing, yeah, so connected. It looks like it's managing a connected professional account. Yep, so that looks like it's connected how it needs to be. I think that's good, Hannah. I think for now, that's probably, as far as just making sure it's connected and being updated, I think we can probably move to LinkedIn.
Amazing. Will we start with the company one, Steve, or personal?
Let's do the company, just because then we're on a roll, and then we can finish with you, Liz, to make you look fabo all-star.
Okay.
Yeah. The good thing is we'll use that photo that you were using before as the business one. We'll have you and the little dog. I reckon that's a good photo.
Mm.
So it's just under work. If you click on the work on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, it's got create a company page.
Small business.
Yep.
Let's type that full name again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll do the website that we've been doing. Perfect.
probably fall under animals. Yeah,
Animals?
pets or animals.
Normally comes under pets, but it's one of those professions that nothing under pet at all, is there? About D for dog, nothing under dog.
Grooming or daycare. Animals, maybe Steve might be. It's not even. Otherwise, it'd be like services or something, don't you think, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, it's just a matter. It's funny, given how many are listed, that it's often very hard to find one that suits the best. So it is a bit of coming up with what you think. It probably doesn't affect too many things, but there's nothing around sort of local services or that sort of thing, or
legal services.
It's not legal.
Definitely not human resources.
No.
Fishery. Farming. I don't know. There's just nothing, is there? Nothing.
Yeah, just keep on going down, and we'll see. We've got to even if we finish up with health and well-being or something along those lines. You know what I mean? So it's not entertainment, albeit that see how it's got that health, wellness, and there is, if there's an argument you could put that you're providing that to both the to the owner, but yeah, that's
again the owner.
It's probably not quite right. It's not hair. What about hairdressing? But it's even childcare because it's both as well, right? There is a funny ad right at the moment where the guy goes into the dog. They got a 2-for-1. Have you seen that ad?
No.
That's quite funny. I'll have to find it for you. It's one of the
even like veterinary.
That's the closest I've seen.
Yeah, I guess that's the obvious that you're aligned. I reckon maybe go there. You're not a vet, but it's close.
But it's looking after animals. Yeah. Just privately held, maybe. Yeah. Because it never saves the rest of it, I would not put the logo in here. We'll wait until we just get the setup first. So just go, I verified that I am. You can try and choose the logo, but yeah, it often doesn't save it anyway. So there you go, and go create page. I was going to say, I'm hoping the name's not too long, but it doesn't look like it is. So now you can just put the cover in, probably.
How do I do that? Oh, no.
See the little pencil to the right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? This one? The far left one?
Yep. And like Facebook, you should be able to drag it up or down a little bit.
Right. How does that look?
I reckon bring it up just slightly. Maybe being able to, like we did with Google, maybe make it that you can see the dog grooming and doggy daycare, and then you kind of get a few window offers. The window offers look good. So yeah, I like that.
Hit save.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that little. So if you go edit page now, yeah. And then you can add sort of the just the short bio that you did for Instagram. Yeah, I think
with the emojis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just probably not the email.
Just to the mobile number.
Yeah.
Even that's too much. So, all right, so we might have to get even a little bit more clever here. Maybe just one dog. Yeah. Or 2 dog. And then how much space? Is there a way of using an ampersand and in that? So see, it's got professional dog grooming and You may even be able to fit a dog back
There
again.
you go.
Well, yeah, that
There we
fits.
go.
We're on the 120.
Oh, you're on it,
Same.
exactly. Yeah, I think we'll stick with that then. That's been done well. Yeah. Okay, just no thanks. And if you go edit page again, so that's been added. And then you've got your overview. So your overview here, this is the long stuff. In fact, after today, I'll go back and have a look with the other ones, but you can actually use a lot more here now. So this part is a long description. So if you go to the website and go to the sort of about page for the, I think I saw you've got a why us sort of thing, right? Yeah, here. Oh,
Well,
I like the bottom one. At the
right.
doggy daycare salon in Greenslopes, we give you that peace of mind, that one. Or the top. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, in a way, from I don't mind the synergy with, just because we can use a lot more space here. You could actually title this at the top that says "A Home Away from Home."
Yeah.
If so, you could grab that, copy that top part which says that "A Home Away from Home."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then. And then maybe, and then you could do a dash, a note. So you could copy all the rest of it from, I don't think it hurts to have a note from, there's a bit of personal touch in terms of that. But if you want to include a note from Liz, yeah, and just copy the whole lot. Yeah. And then go paste. It'd be interested to see whether it all fits. Just scroll down to it's 2000.
Yeah,
It probably will. Yeah.
it does.
So maybe just bring a note from Liz. So you basically have a home away from home dash a note from Liz. I was actually thinking, the minus sign, or
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
in fact, what you could say before that is you could do it. Have a space in between the dash and the home. And then what you could say, Liz, is in full. So you could basically say let me just go to the page. So you're basically calling it the full name. So it's the has that changed? Actually, give me 1 second. You know how we call it the full name, which is the Grooming Salon and Doggy Daycare. So
Yeah. And here.
yeah, put it in front of that. Just say, "Is your home away for? Is your pet? Is your dog's home away from home?"
Yeah, that's good.
So what? I'm not putting the full name of the business.
Yeah,
in.
put the full name. Yeah, so the
Grooming Salon and Doggy Daycare is your dog's,
is
a
Hannah
dog's
said.
home away from home.
It's what?
Is
You could say your dog's.
Does your dog need? Does your dog need a home away from home?
Well, it's saying that your place that the dogs go is a home away from home. It's so lovely. It's so great there. Like it's a good tagline.
Your dog's home away from home.
Yeah.
I've spelled that wrong.
We've missed is your dog's. But that's okay.
No,
we can
your
add that.
dog's home away from home.
Yeah, that's right. There's no.
Oh yeah.
And then take that out.
And you don't need an extra S. I think if you put that apostrophe at the end, it's fine. So in other words, dogs, and then just have, because it's multiple dogs. Yep. I think
get rid of the S.
Get rid of the S.
Yeah, that's right. Your dogs.
And I think probably what we do is have it all in title case. So in other words, the Grooming Salon and Doggy Daycare, comma, your dog's home away from home. So that can be a capital D as well.
Dog's home away from, yeah, okay. And then take that
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, just put a note from Liz can go the next one down, as you said. Yep, and maybe just bring. Yep, and then everything's in there now. So that's the long about. You could probably
should have changed that to Stone's Corner.
Yeah. Just make a little note for yourself to remember to perhaps do some of these little bits, which you're going to do anyway. I think you said on your website too. But maybe copy it all from the top to the bottom and just paste it in so we know what we used. Yeah.
So, phone number, is this a public phone number?
Yes, so these are all public. So you'd basically put the salon address. Yep. And so there, with your specialities, you do dog grooming, dog daycare.
It's not allowing me to do anything.
Oh yeah, no, you type in there and just hit enter.
Ah. I'm making my lunch.
and I know, sorry, just before, so you'll make them separate. So go back, just get rid of the dog daycare, go enter, and then type in dog daycare. Yeah. Enter. What else? I know they're your main
grooming,
two, especially. Yeah.
Dog grooming.
Dog grooming.
Oh, we've got that one.
Could do nail trimming.
Yeah, that's right. Some of those little other, as you said, the little sort of intricacies. I mean, even you've got half-day dog care. You've got full-day dog care, for instance. You don't need stacks, but it just helps in terms of half-day dog care and full-day dog care.
What would I call it? Like dyeing.
Oh, like you dyed the dog's hair with the wash. Yeah. Is that really popular, Liz?
It's not as popular as I'd like it to be, but you see, I normally have my two dogs in full colour, and they're not in colour at the moment. So when they're in full colour, it encourages more clients to go, "Oh, I like that," and you know.
Hair colouring.
Doggy hair colouring or hair colour, fur colour.
Hair colour. That's probably enough. I think you've got your main sort of key ones there, right? And then scrolling down, I think that's probably to save that part.
Yeah.
And then you've got your location. Yeah, that's the key one. Yep. So this is where you'd actually put your street address in.
It comes up as Greenslopes. There we go. Stone's Corner.
Yeah, that predictive stuff, just be aware of it. It's probably not going to work it out. So just get rid of the predictive. It's got Stone's Corner and everything there, but you just don't need to click in there and take it off. So that it see how it thought it was somewhere else. So so you can up above it where you've got road, just type in the last D only. Just go one space back and then put D. Yep, and then you don't have to worry about that. You can put Queensland in, just knock off the D again on the Queensland, just so you get rid of that blue predictive stuff, and then type in the postcode. Yep. Yeah. And
location name.
You would call it salon and grooming, or so you'd call it. We probably just call it salon. Yeah. And go save. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's saved.
And then the hashtag is the other one. Hashtags, and we've sort of wrote them down before, which I think we pasted. But yeah, you'd call it dog grooming.
Here we go, the Grooming Salon and Doggy Daycare.
Yeah, so you can use that one as your first one, and then the other one would be doggy daycare. I reckon dog daycare, which I think you wrote before, just dog daycare.
And then it had dog grooming, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And dog grooming, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, save.
Yeah.
I don't think that's Hannah's.
No.
And close. And close again, yeah. And what we'll do here, and I'm not sure we even did this on, so that's everything, because the next thing is asking you about posting, but we'd get you just actually, you might have to find me first, so you can add me on LinkedIn as well, so I can post through here as well. So search up above. If you do Steve, we may have already connected. Steve space Hubbard. Yeah, this one I do go. There's no G with this time around, so yeah, this is my more merged one. And there he is, the third one down. And are we connected? No. And so
click send.
Yeah, that's it. And I'll connect now as well.
How do I go back?
I'll just accept that, and then Hannah, if you got it there. So then you just go. That's a good point.
No, how do we get back onto my business?
Back to the business. Type it in up the top and search it, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Got to search for yourself.
Yeah, that's right. You won't when we add it to your profile, but yeah, it's not added to your profile yet. That's all.
It's not coming up then.
Maybe do the spaces.
Oh, okay.
Space. Yep. The grooming salon and doggy daycare.
Yeah, so keep on typing. There it is.
There you are. Oh, go on.
Gone again.
No, there you go.
Here we go down there.
Yeah. And so you'll never worry about that again. That was going to be the next thing I was going to say to do. Copy the URL up the top. So that's your admin URL. And put that into Basecamp. Probably put it up above the along about, Liz, if that's okay. That way we keep it's a bit closer to the other ones. Even if you put it under Instagram. Don't think we copied and pasted the Facebook page. Not sure that we changed it either, so that's all.
Okay.
So that's the admin. Yeah, and then if you add me as it, so just go got it where it says up on the message settings, just go got it there. And then click on admin tools on the right, under viewers member. And then go manage admins. I'll just get you to add me as a super admin for now, just so I can get it into Publer and things. So if you do Steve, I should now come up that we're connected. There we go, that fella there. Click on him and just go save. And then what I'll get you to do is if you just click on viewers member up the top, and then what you can do is, or follow it as yourself, that's the first thing. So on there. So we've got our first follower, and I'll do the same. And then copy the URL up the top, because that's the URL. I'm going to do a write-up for you, but that's the URL you'd be using for your website as well, adding to the website. So now yeah. Okay. And then I reckon we'll just copy the Facebook URL, because I think I forgot to do that before. So if you go on the left-hand side where it says the Grooming Salon, just click in the Grooming Salon up the top there on the left-hand side. On So see where it says page settings, it's got the Grooming Salon just above it.
Yeah.
In fact, we probably want to change this so it's got the full name as well, right? So if we go into scrolling down
settings
and it's edit page info. Oh no, so you're just back. Oh, your page info is up the top. It's the third one down. And let's give it this full name now.
And should I do it with words and?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. And see how so let's go with that first, see that it's happy to do that. So the Grooming Salon and Doggy Daycare. So let's click out of that. Or I don't think there's a save on this, but you just scroll down and I think it'll just automatically, once it ticks it, once you click out, it'll probably know. So you just click out. So it looks like that's okay. Yep, so request change, the Grooming Salon and Daycare. That's what I was waiting to see if it'd do. So that should be fine.
Done, yeah.
Then at the moment you do have this link on the website, but I think we should update this link. Do you know that is, who do you use? Do you just do this yourself, or do you got a web person that helps you with this?
Oh, well, I don't really do too much to my web page, to my website.
Yeah.
So if there's something drastic, I'll get them to do it. But
yeah, so most of the things that we ask you to do, it's easy for a web person, but not so easy for a lay person. So in terms, for instance, putting the right, and that you may be able to do this, but just in terms of putting the correct link behind the icon, did you do that yourself in the first place? No. So again, I just use someone to actually, if you've got someone that you can sing out to though, if you need to.
Well, wouldn't that link work still?
It will, but it's not a great, you know how we're trying to do this so there's all consistency. It's not great to be using that. It'll work there at the moment if we don't change it. So what I'm suggesting is now would be a good time to change it. Basically, instead of calling it the Grooming Salon Brisbane, you'd probably be better off calling it the same as the Instagram name, for instance. You'd call it the full name. Yeah.
Oh, the website, you mean?
So see the.
Are you talking about the website?
So I'm talking about your Facebook page URL at the moment. If you look up the top there for the website URL, it's basically Facebook, the Grooming Salon Brisbane.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not congruous with the actual name of the page. Right. It's actually. So what I'm suggesting is now would be the time to actually change the URL so that it's the same as your Instagram URL at. Does that make sense? So in other words, instead of being the Grooming Salon Brisbane, it would be the Grooming Salon and Doggy Daycare, all one word.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as I said, to get the benefit out of this, you want to add all the other icons anyway to your site, right? So updating the @ symbol isn't really going to make too much difference at the moment, other than making sure that you update it on your website. Otherwise, it's going to click and go to a broken link.
Okay, so with the update symbol, so what you mean is want to put the LinkedIn, the Instagram's already there, so when it want to add the LinkedIn.
So I don't think Instagram isn't there on the Doggy Daycare site, so you'd need to put Instagram on there. Yeah. It's only the Facebook page that you've got there at the moment. So you'd need to update the Facebook page link if we do that now, and you'd need to basically put the other 5 sites as well. Basically, is what I send you through the details on the is there? Yeah. So clearly we know web people up in Brisbane. I know clearly ones down in Melbourne that, generally speaking, it takes them half an hour or so, and most that aren't, that look after you will just do that, right? So they'll charge you whatever time it takes them just to add the links and the plugins, basically, which isn't. It's a WordPress website, right? So it's pretty easy to. I'm imagining to. Because where the spaces is, all you'll finish up doing, instead of only having Facebook and the phone and the envelope for email, you'll just have all 6 in between the email and the phone, basically. So
can I just run to the ladies quickly?
Yeah, let's take 5 minutes. I was going to say take a quick stretch. I need to do the same.
Okay.
Obviously.
It's so cold. I'm back.
Okay, I think we're just waiting for Steve now.
Okay.
It's a lot of concentration, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
Quite the process.
I don't mind it. I'm quite enjoying it, actually.
Yeah, well, it's looking good. I love this bio and all that now.
Yeah.
Are you still, did the person set up your website and then you haven't, do you still contact them? Do they still do things?
Yeah, because they still host the sites for me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And the SEO on the dog daycare site, I only stopped that just before Christmas.
Because you were getting so much.
No, not with the doggy daycare. It was just that, like, when COVID hit,
yeah,
I stopped it completely. And then, obviously, I didn't know what was happening with my business and everything.
Yeah.
And then I started it up again, probably about October time, but on a smaller scale because it's really expensive SEO. It was costing me like $1,500 a month. And
really? Wow.
and I wasn't really I mean, you don't with SEO. It's a slow burn, isn't it? Then before Christmas, I thought, do you know what? I don't really know what I'm doing with all of this, so I'm just going to stop.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they haven't really done anything for me other than host the sites.
Right.
Since Christmas.
And I think the other thing, sorry, I have jumped back in now as well, probably what you might, particularly, and it's pretty usual where people have been spending a whole whack on search and often pay-per-click sort of stuff then to put us into their wallet, right? So clearly our marketing posts are a lot less than that each week. And then people, even in terms of what we speak about from a Facebook advertising, is a lot less as well. But what you might want to consider, particularly around the doggy daycare, and particularly if people have done it before, is rather than spending it on the SEO, is just asking them whether you could do run some Google ads with them, and then just give them a budget that you'd like to spend. That way, it seems to me that you're continuing to get, and I often see this, you continue to get the benefits of the SEO, but what you might, as I said, it's just I run very nominal amount of Google ads with my business, and it does give you quite a bit of exposure. So, and particularly if that's what they focus, it's their space. You just sort of say, look, I can't afford to go back to that full-on pack around what you were spending, but could you help me with this? This is the budget I have in mind.
Yeah.
That's generally the best bet. Cool. So did we decide? I think if you're going to have to do all the links anyway, we may as well get this link how we want it to read. So is that okay on your Facebook page? Yep. So let's go back to the Facebook to the right.
Yeah.
And you're probably still in the part, right? So let's call it all one word: the Grooming Salon and Doggy Daycare.
In the
username. Yeah. So just get rid of Brisbane and add the, yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that looks like it's fine. So what I'll get you to just copy and paste that into Basecamp, that username, because what'll happen when you go now, once it's saved, it'll actually tell you that, that's because it'll try and go back to your old link and it'll say that's not the right page anymore. So just go paste here. So then go back to the edit. While you're in this part, Liz, just copy that that detail, maybe the Twitter one that says professional dog and daily daycare with the email and the phone number. Maybe copy and paste that, because I saw on your info that's also sitting there that can be updated. Yeah.
Paste that where?
And just paste that back into Facebook in that part below that says description. Yeah. And then even in categories, you might want to you can add three. You can have three categories. So maybe call it local serve. So see if dog
groomer.
Dog groomer is there. Groomer. Pet maybe dog.
Not coming up. I would have thought.
It was before. If you have dog, you can see.
I think what you might call it is it's almost a version of boarding, even though it's only one day. So I think
I don't boarding.
No, you don't want to be classed as a boarder. Yeah. So
pet service.
Yeah.
Well, it's not letting me do that.
Try again. Try go pet service. Try type it in again. Oh, maybe local service. That was strange because it did come up, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, and then it wouldn't let me do it. No, it's taking it out. It's only letting me have one category.
It's not happy. You know what it'll probably be is because your URL's now changed. Let's go back and click on the top left where it says the Grooming Salon. That's why it is. You can't make any more changes now because of the fact that we there. So now that's what I was saying before. So go back and copy the link that you've actually we did. So go back to Basecamp and just do the dog. So the grooming, or was it?
This one.
Yeah, that one in full. Yeah, correct. And then put that after the forward slash. So get rid of the old one. So put it. Yeah. So you got Facebook there, and then get rid of
that username, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've basically got a new URL. That's all. Yep. Go paste, and then go enter. And there you are. So now you can copy that as it is and copy and paste that back, and then we'll try again with the editing the page. So copy the URL up the top, Liz.
Yeah.
And then just paste that into Basecamp. You can put it over the top of the one you just did. In fact, just go paste. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
And then go back to Facebook.
Yeah.
And let's go scroll on the left-hand side. I think you can either go to settings or to page info. Yeah, so edit page info is fine. So now try those categories again. So the one you tried, hot dog restaurant.
No, it just have to put local service.
Yeah, I think so too. It's still not doing it though. Still not doing it. So maybe there is just some. Who knows what the reasoning behind that is? Did you want it? Do you use WhatsApp, by the way? So yeah, I think we're just going to have to go with Pet Groomer for now.
No, I don't really want people messaging me on WhatsApp.
Yeah, no, WhatsApp does WhatsApp annoys me too. So
coming in
that's
off
good.
Facebook, they're coming in off Google,
Correct.
email,
That's all fine.
online bookings, mobile, landline. That's 6 frigging ways. Honestly, I can't.
It's all good. Exactly. I hear you. Scrolling down a little bit. So scrolling down the edit page. I just got to make sure we've got. So we want to update this website to the daycare website.
Yeah.
So just go and copy and paste the one you've got up the top on the right-hand side, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Change that to Stone's Corner.
Yeah, it should be okay because it looks like you've probably had to drag it in anyway. Yeah, call it Stone's Corner. Yeah, and then click away from it. Yep, that's holding that there. And then service area, I would write, this is where you're sort of saying you can write Brisbane and write a couple of other sort of things, even if you just read Brisbane. I don't know if South Brisbane comes up and Greater Brisbane or however you want to do that in there.
There we go, South Brisbane.
Yep. The other stuff's probably okay. I see down the bottom, you're able to put in, I think you do. Do you have privacy policy on your website, did I see?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Yeah, so you can actually just scroll down to the bottom and click on that. Yeah. You're good on you because not too many do. Enter the site. Yeah. Just copy that link up the top and paste that into where it said privacy policy. Yeah. Yep. And then down below, it's going to ask for your Instagram and Twitter at the bottom, right? So we could just go. So with Instagram, it's just the URL. So you could either go to Basecamp or Instagram on the right.
This one, wasn't it?
Yeah, all you need to have is the doggy daycare salon. Is that all we need to have? Sorry, all you need is that part. Yep. And then scroll down a little bit. Actually, no, on the right, if you go plus as well, on the just to the right of Instagram, and then just go Twitter. We'll find the Twitter the second up at the top, and we're just going to write again the URL. So if you go to Twitter, which is 2 across, and I think we had a short. Oh, there you go. Yep, that's the one. Dog Salon Daycare. Okay. And there's a couple of other things I will do, but I don't want to run out of time to get your LinkedIn done as well, Liz, because I can always plug in the other details that are missing now that I've got access to all of these things. So I think what we'll do, Hannah, what do you reckon? Let's spend the last 20 minutes zhuzhing you on LinkedIn. How does that sound?
I agree.
Yep. So let's go to LinkedIn now. Yep.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk this bit through, Hannah?
I don't think I've ever done a personal LinkedIn, Steve.
Okay, well, I'll help you. We'll go together. Click on me up the top.
I have done my own.
True, yeah, exactly. View profile. And then we'll just go the little photo up the top. Let's add that first. Yep. And this one would be good just to use the vast quantity of dogs and things that you have. One that you really like from inside. It could be the banner that you were going to use. You could use that one if you like. But here's
banner.
Your website banner that's got the
Chihuahuas or It's just like to show what you, and it can show that, you know, this is the business that I'm operating. It's a good way to, you know, pet groomer. All the bulldogs, did you say? That sort of...
A landscape photo is kind of best, basically.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Oh, there you go. See if you can get them in. At least you get 2 of them in.
It's a bit naff, isn't it?
You might have
it's either that one or that one.
Is the other dog photo better? You know how you said you had, what was it, bulldogs?
Let's have a look. Oh, why can't I see it?
If you've got one where you've got lots of the dogs or a few of them together, but you actually have a number of other ones that you use on the website too.
That one might fit, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's good.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're talking. You could probably, you probably have no white space above the big fella's head. I reckon. There you go. That's my footy team. That's my footy team right there. There you go. Apply.
And didn't we say?
Yeah. And then
the profile is Liz with the dog, or you think that one's Steve?
Yeah, and so no, I reckon Liz with it. So yeah, that's right. So Liz, if you go to your
go add photo.
Because that's a really old photo as well, that one.
Yeah, the professional one with you and the dog is probably perfect.
Yeah, the one that sits on the website.
Yeah. Gotta find it. Oh, it's in amongst this one or not.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Awesome. I reckon make it public too, Liz. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway, but basically usually your profile picture is public, otherwise so if you, because that's the one thing that is public. Everything else generally is what only your network can see. Awesome. So now let's do the little pencil again. Yeah. And we're going to go put your cursor in the headline area. Yeah, and just go backspace, get rid of that dash dash. And what do you normally label yourself? Are you the owner and manager or director of?
Owner and operator, yeah.
Owner operator, maybe? Owner operator. These can be in title case, by the way. Owner operator.
Oops. Yeah.
And then you do the full business name.
The grooming.
Yeah, so maybe with a capital T, yep. And then do a space and a little stick. So you know the sorry, I was meaning the one that's above the backslash. There's a sort of space. It's like a goalpost. Yeah,
it's
that's
like
it. Yeah, found it. In fact, you know what? I reckon what we do now, what we can do is go back to your Twitter. In fact, instead of using the stick space, let's use emojis again. Let's go back to your Twitter and see how much of that will fit in here. So as in the Basecamp, and use a little bit of that maybe in terms of so that basically then it doesn't matter whether they see your profile or the business. You could just say professional dog grooming and then the one with the dog. So
the dogs.
Yeah.
This one. This one.
Yeah. And maybe include the I'll try it all to start with and then see what fits.
Where? On the end of this?
Correct. Let's try saving and see if it fits. Look at that. Perfect. All right, so let's continue onwards. Let's go back to that pencil on the right-hand side. Yep. And let's go just check that this is right. Don't have to worry about that yet. We'll get down to the current positions and that sort of stuff. But scroll down. Greater Brisbane, so that actually puts you in. So you're actually in. I think we decided veterinarian in the end, didn't we? But it's not ideal, but it is what it is.
The most closest one, it seems like.
And then just go save. And then that's interesting. Where's your contact stuff? Oh, contact info there. It's got that one. Click on that. Yep. And I'll let you do this part, even though it's my favourite thing, Hannah. You know this bit, so that we make it that we see how many Liz Wattses there are and get rid of all those numbers.
So just do the pencil.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to change. Normally that lets you change, Steve.
But that little arrow that's next to it, if you click on that, yeah.
What have I done?
No, you've done good. On the right-hand side.
So to the right. Click the little pencil near your LinkedIn. We're just going to change your, get rid of all those numbers so that you're just Liz Watts. So Liz Watts.
Because it was space.
No, Liz Watts one
word. No, a little dash.
Yeah.
Or you can do one word.
See if one word's available.
Go save.
Try the little dash in between the Liz and the Watts. Ooh.
Liz Watts 70.
I think the problem with Liz Watts 70, well, I know you've kind of got it on your Gmail. I would, what you could do, what about a middle name? A middle initial, I should say.
A.
Yeah, Liz A. Watts.
There we go.
There we go.
I think
looks
that's
like Lisa now. Looks like Lisa Watts.
Lisa, true, but it got rid of those numbers, and there's clearly Liz is popular enough that we couldn't get you from it, the only one in the globe. What we should do though is just close the LinkedIn that's next to you, so the one on the other side, so that we don't. Yeah, just close that one, and then we'll navigate back. See how it's got home up on the top right hand corner? Yeah, perfect. And now you can go back to me, your profile up the top. And just copy and paste that, your URL now, your personal URL. And that's 80% done now. Basically, you're looking great. It's because realistically, it's an online business card, and all of a sudden, you're looking fab.
Are you interested?
Okay.
If you
I like that.
Don't. If you're not interested.
All right. Sorry, my wife's just passing over some food. She wants me to taste to work out whether I'm interested or not.
That's all right.
Yes, I'm interested. Thank you.
I'll try some.
That's right. You can't say no when it's someone gives something to you, can you?
That's right. No.
So that's awesome. So now the other. So yeah, let's go back to that contact info now, and let's make sure all that is got the rest of the stuff. So go through the pencil and things again.
Okay.
So we'll add your website. Click the home, maybe. Oh,
that's a bit bloody annoying, isn't it?
There's a home on the right here. You can click the home tab. Quick links.
Oh. No, and blocking me out of my own website.
Yeah, it's a bit rich.
Okay.
What you just go is other underneath. If you go other, and then you can write a I think there is a bit of you'd go the doggy daycare salon for that one. Yeah, you'd go the doggy daycare salon because that's that's that particular website, and then you can add the other website as well.
We haven't got that one, have we?
So you'd probably have to click the link to get to the other one.
Oh,
yeah, you've already got it. I see what you're saying. Yep.
Hey.
And maybe the new website, the new Facebook page, because that's combined them both. So go and you just copy and paste it from Facebook, which is the one next to it, the tab there. If you scroll up to the top on this one now, on the left-hand side. Yeah, and then click on that. Yep. Oh, go page. Sorry, underneath it, it's got page. Yep.
Facebook.
And you could just call it, Facebook page.
Facebook.
Yep. And then you got your phone numbers and the other things that you can put in there too.
So these personal or business?
It's all
Personal.
Yeah, it's up to you really. If you realistically, it's how you want people to contact you. So
are people going to be able to see this?
So normally you would do work. People that you're connected with, yes. So you do your work, and then you call it work rather than home.
Business address.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, we'll change that later. We'll add a different one to it, as in we'll add the work one to it as well. So just probably do your birthday from a security point. It doesn't show the year or anything, but it just means Hannah will wish you happy birthday when it comes around.
Yeah.
It's not for a while yet. Save. There you go. So that's all your content completed now. So we can just close that. And then if you scroll down to a little bit below, and so here you've got it as an interest at the moment rather than than your workplace, right? So so I've not seen it where it actually just appears and I can't add other stuff. So let's scroll up a little bit maybe. Add section. See next to add section, and you're going to have you can have about, so add about and add feed. So click on about first. Yep.
Summary.
Yep. I guess that's weird. So yep. And in the summary, you can. This is only about 2 lines of visible here, so it's almost the same as. I would almost do your contact. You know that one where we said. Phone or walk in the street address, so maybe use that detail or either that or that where it starts off you know at the top how we said you're home away from home that
one,
use that. The grooming salon is your home away from home, and then do a full stop after that perhaps, and then just do the contact us information, including the walk-in sort of there, that one, yeah. Yep.
Like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so.
Save?
Yeah. And then, okay, got it. Oh, let's see if we can get you to All-Star. All right, so add a section. And you're going to go, where is where you work? Featured. Maybe, I wonder if it's...
Work experience.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
Click on
that's
work experience. That's the one. Yep, where we can add your work in. Okay, so title is owner operator. It will probably have owner operator. So if you type into there, yeah.
Business owner.
Yep. And if you just go full time, and then you type in your company, and it'll now bring up the grooming. You'll be able, if you type it in full, it'll come up for you. There you are. Click on that. Yeah. And then put in, it's basically here, you probably write South Brisbane. I think it'll come up. Potentially. No. So try Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Yep. And then you can say where you started from. Yep. Unclick that update my headline. Yeah. We don't want that to be there.
We've already done that.
Unclick, that one.
Yeah.
Yep. And so in the description, the description's interesting. You probably use a paragraph or so of the longer about, the stuff that's under where Liz wrote about, or that Liz's note. As pet owners, our dogs are Yep. So maybe that first bit, as pet owners, dogs are a member of our family.
Just that little bit.
Yeah. Although I reckon even the first 3 sentences. Actually, you know what? It's maybe instead you could say at the doggy daycare salon in Stones Creek.
Yeah, I think the last one.
The last paragraph is probably the best put in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what you can do then is upload the picture of the front, and so just have it as an image. Which was in our Dropbox, the Dify Social one, I think. So, yeah.
Read that one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then see how it says title. Instead of using that title, just put in the www dot, and so that'll just appear below it so people know that's what the address is. So if you go to the so it's just the doggydaycaresalon.com.au, isn't it? Yeah. And even though that's not clickable, at least it tells people how they can find out more. So just go apply and then go save. Did you find this on LinkedIn? No. Where did you find this job? Save. Just close that now, probably. But what it does, if there is others on your team, that they can also say that they work with you.
There.
Just so you know. Look, the profile strength, I reckon, probably largely is because of there is other things like it's telling you around adding where you went to school and that sort of stuff. But the other thing that will change is as you start to connect with more. So I'd be wanting you to try and to use it in the way that Hannah and I have probably done it. Is the more people that you connect with, the more people that are going to sort of be interested in what you're doing and that sort of stuff. And I'm sure there's a lot of professional people that have pets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I've not even really used LinkedIn, so I wouldn't even know what to do.
Yeah. So, well, you look fabulous now.
Yeah.
And I reckon we've just struck the kind of two. So the next part would be to talk about how we go about doing that sort of stuff. Yeah. So do you want to make another sort of time that we sort of finish off the 2 hours, Liz?
Yeah.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
So the planning, we plan out the strategy, Liz.
Sorry.
All the planning behind it all, isn't it, Steve?
Correct. Yeah, just the strategy that we sort of use. Firstly, from a connecting perspective, but also then from a Facebook ads, target audiences, that sort of thing. And then in terms of what are we going to schedule on a day-to-day basis, and your websites give us plenty to use. So I think what we were going to do is just do the 3 posts a week, pretty much every second day, and it'll be either talking about the mainly the doggy daycare, probably 2 to 1. But yeah, that's what we'd sort of focus on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I've got some time today and tomorrow. Tomorrow and Friday. Is there a sort of?
Yeah, I can't do either of those.
Can't do either of those. So what about? What about next week? What would suit you there?
So the day that I could definitely do would be Wednesday again.
Okay, Wednesday's the best day.
Yeah.
I can do that. Okay. Yeah. Let me just put it into. If it's not in my paper diary, it doesn't exist. So let me just check that first, and then then we'll do a little calendar invite and that sort of stuff. So, do you want to do it that same sort of time, Liz? Do you want to do it from 11 to 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll suit.
Okay. That's in. I'll do a calendar invite. I'm not going to put Hannah under any pressure. She would be welcome to join us if she wishes to.
Yeah.
So you know that, Hannah. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well,
that looks great, Liz. I've just sent you a LinkedIn connection.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So if you click on that.
Network. Oh yes.
Yeah, you can start growing.
There you go.
Fine.
Look at that.
I've got 13 connections. I didn't even know I had that many.
Yeah, that's great. What I'll stop recording because I've done that, and you could probably